Hey everyone, Jim Zaroulis back again. This is going to bring us to the 80s using that synth brassy sound that I talked about. This particular sound that I found, because actually I'm auditioning sounds, that's the word we use, we audition sounds. I love playing with keyboards that I'm not that familiar with. I don't play on this one a lot. I have my own set of gear that I pretty much know inside and out. But really the fun part about playing in some of these ensembles that don't have guitar, don't have keyboards, and you're looking for sounds, is really just the initial going through the whole bank. You're gonna see sounds that you never knew could exist, and wonder where in the world would I ever find an opportunity to use that. And those sometimes end up being the best choices. So sometimes before your rehearsal starts, or after, if you have some time, ask your ensemble director. And the ensemble director might even have some say in this as well, and they may actually want to take part in this. Go through and find some interesting sounds. This particular one that I came across, I never knew existed. And I just really like how there's a brass attack, but the longer I hold it down for it, sort of turns into the string pad sound. And it never decays. We say the word pad, it sounds like a string ensemble, creating what's called a soundscape. Almost like the word landscape, but soundscape is just that. It's creating an atmosphere, it's creating a scene, it's creating a scenario, it's providing ambiance. So I'm going to use this sound for the song Message in the Bottle by the Police. The Police were a great three-piece band. Only started to use keyboards. They used it sparingly throughout their career, but they really made a larger use of it in the 80s once the advent of MIDI came around and more useful and accessible synthesizers in the early 80s, and some of their albums you may hear it. There isn't a keyboard part really on Message in a Bottle. However, again, we're gonna implement one using just this sound here, not getting in the way of Andy Summers' guitar part. It's an iconic guitar part. You don't want to step on anybody's toes when they're playing songs where there's a very important guitar part, such as this one. Stay out of the ranges. You want to stay out of the bass. You want to stay out of the mid-range. That's what the guitar is. We're going to keep this much higher, and again, creating this sort of ceiling, this sort of overhead sort of canopy over the entire piece. And of course, finding a note that belongs in the key you're in that will sustain over all those chords. This song again is almost like the other songs we talked about. It has four chords all in the same key, F sharp minor in this case, and I'm going to find the note that actually belongs to almost all those chords, or that I think will fit with all those chords. You'll see what I'm talking about. And I'll start it from the beginning. And there you have it. I try to be as sparse as I can. Don't overdo it. You'll know if you're playing too much. Put it this way, if you think you're playing too much, you probably are. That's sort of an old adage of keyboard players that are ever wondering if they're doing too much. If it's making you actually think that you might be, you probably are. So don't ever be afraid not to play. And when you're using a sustaining sort of sound like this, it'll take you through much more of the piece than you think, and again, will create that soundscape, because that's always what you're looking for. You're trying to enhance the song, not try to sound like you're trying to find your way into the song. So hopefully these videos that I've been doing so far are helpful. I hope you've been using them and listening to them and taking some of the tips and using them with your students. And there will be more, I can promise you that. Have fun.